Arcadian Vanguard presents the Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Tuesday, September 19th, 2023. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with Monday Night Raw, broadcast live last night on USA Network from the Delta Center in Salt Lake City. In the main event, Drew McIntyre pinned Jey Uso after a Claymore kick. The Judgment Day tried to provide legal assistance to Uso, who rejected their help. Judgment Day attacked Uso after the match, but Cody Rhodes made the save.
And here's the man who helped bring Jey Uso back in the first place. Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, going after the Judgment Day and coming to the aid of Jey Uso.
Jey Uso's one friend on planet Earth.
I'm not sure if it's friend, but at least an ally. Crossroads to Dominic.
Also on the show, Becky Lynch successfully defended her newly won NXT Women's Championship against Natalya.
Went for the manhandle slam, standing switch. Natalya driven into the corner. Becky able to roll through, stacks her up. Natalya, a switch there. Becky, a cover as well. Got her.
In the opener, Cody Rhodes defeated Dominic Mysterio. After the win, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens saved Rhodes from an attack by the Judgment Day. The three then debated the return of Jey Uso to Raw, which Rhodes and Zayn supported, although Owens stated he still doesn't trust him. Shinsuke Nakamura beat Ricochet by disqualification when Ricochet hit him with a steel chair. Nakamura attacked Ricochet after the match, with World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins making the save. In other results, Chad Gable lost to Bronson Reed. Tommaso Ciampa beat Giovanni Vinci by submission. Kofi Kingston beat Ivar of the Viking Raiders. And Chelsea Green and Piper Niven went over Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark by disqualification when Nia Jax attacked Niven outside the ring. After the match, Jax proceeded to attack all four of the match participants. More news on Jade Cargill's jump from AEW to WWE. Cargill arrived at the WWE Performance Center in Orlando, Florida yesterday, according to a PW Insider report. According to a Wrestling Observer report, Cargill has signed a main roster contract, which means she is likely to debut on Raw or SmackDown directly rather than starting with NXT. Cargill's starting contract is reportedly worth more than the standard $68,000 per year offered to typical NXT signees upon first signing. WWE Creative is reported to already be working on ideas for Cargill, although it is not known exactly when and where she might debut. In some more news out of WWE's Performance Center, several independent wrestlers and other athletes have reported to Orlando for tryouts this week, according to a Fightful report. They include former MLW regular Richard Holliday, who recently won a battle with Hodgkin's lymphoma, as well as Brogan Finley, son of longtime wrestler and coach David Fit Finley, and younger brother of New Japan standout David Finley III. Also among the reported trainees are several wrestlers who have made appearances in recent years on WWE Main Event, as well as AEW Dark and Dark Elevation, including Jasmine Allure, Ray Jazz, Kelsey Hornick, Jay Malachi, David Goldie, and Valentina Rossi. NWA regulars Jamie Stanley and Matty Renkowski were also reported to be in Orlando. Renkowski is a former co-holder of the NWA Women's Tag Team title. In injury news, CMLL announced on Monday that Volador Jr. will be out of action indefinitely with a right shoulder injury he suffered on Saturday. One of CMLL's top stars, the specific nature of Volador's injury was not revealed, nor was a timetable given for his return. The luchador suffered the injury during this past Saturday night's winning effort over Angel Dioro in a hair versus hair match during CMLL's 90th anniversary celebration at Arena Mexico. According to the Lucha blog, Templario replaced Volador for CMLL's Monday night show in Puebla. He is next scheduled to wrestle a tag match for the indie wrestling promotion in Querétaro on Thursday, with no replacement yet to be announced. In ratings news, last Friday night's SmackDown, featuring the return of The Rock and an appearance from John Cena, boasted the show's second largest total audience of the year and its fourth highest rating in the key 18 to 49-year-old demographic, according to WrestleNomics. The episode drew an audience of 2.569 million to Fox, up nearly 23% from the previous week's audience of 2.094 million. The only 2023 episode with a larger audience was the August 25th tribute episode to Bray Wyatt and Terry Funk. In the key demo, the rating was .70, up 32% from the previous week's .53 rating and representing 918,000 viewers. The episode came in first place for the evening in the key demo on network TV for the 8th week in a row, according to Spoiler TV. It was the 6th SmackDown episode of 2023 to draw an excess of 2.5 million viewers. Last Friday night's AEW Rampage saw a drop in total viewership and also drew its lowest key demo rating in 9 months, according to WrestleNomics. The episode drew a total audience of 335,000 to TNT, down 13% from the previous week's audience of 385,000. The key demo rating was .09, representing 122,000 viewers and down more than 30% from the previous week's key demo rating of .13. It was the lowest key demo rating for the show since December 2nd, 2022. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.